Hello everyone, welcome to another weekly reading vlog. It is Monday evening. We are back at home. We started the day at the cabin and we got all packed up, drove home. The drive was not fun. Screaming kids and hungry kids and crabby parents was not a good mix. But we made it home and had a pretty good afternoon and evening at home. The kids wanted to play outside a bunch, which we did, and we got them to bed fairly easily. I feel like they've been staying up super late the last few nights, and so they weren't quite ready for bed when we wanted them to go to sleep, but they eventually fell asleep. I ran to get us some groceries. We needed milk and bananas and apples and got some orange juice, but then we also got some Dairy Queen. It's Willie's last night of summer, so got him a little treat to celebrate the beginning of the school year, and then I helped him a little bit with some rosters. I played secretary for the band department at the middle school so that he can make some name tags for the kids this week because he starts school tomorrow. Wahoo! As far as reading goes this week, I started off this week reading A Treacherous Curse by Deanna Raybourn and I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I did finish this one today. I'm not going to share my thoughts because I have an exclusive reading vlog for my patrons. I should say I'm not going to share my thoughts other than I really, really loved it. So I finished that one this afternoon while we were outside, and then next up physically I am going to start The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. At least I think so. I just want something quick and easy and fun to read, and I feel like this fits that bill. And then I was listening to A Treacherous Curse by Deanna Raybourn on the way home and just finding myself zoning out completely, not paying attention. I wasn't interested in the mystery that they were trying to solve. Veronica and Stoker weren't doing it for me. I don't know. And so I decided to let my hold lapse on it. Or like I renewed my loan on Libby. Does that make sense? So the next time it comes, I will try it again and see if it was just a right now kind of thing. And I started listening to The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman, which I should have my book. Let me go get it. We can go together because my library's right here. Anyway, I got super far. Oh, there's a ladder in the way. The ladder was over here on this wall, but then it prevented the kids from swinging inside. So The Bullet That Missed, here it is. Let's go back out. I got pretty far in this one, just listening this afternoon and evening with putting the kids to bed and feeding Sylvia and everything. I want to find out, but my phone is on the floor. Of course it is. Okay, let's see. It says I'm on chapter 33. Wow, I'm already 36% of the way through this book. That's a good start, but this one is just so great. The Thursday Murder Club series by Richard Osman is about this group of older people who try to solve murder mysteries on their own and always get into crazy shenanigans, and it's actually like super thrilling usually, but also super fun. So I'm on page 131. That's where chapter 33 is. So yeah, definitely at that third mark. So this could be my first finish of September because today is September 1st. That feels nuts. When we went to Dairy Queen, we wanted s'mores blizzards and we were nervous that they didn't have s'mores anymore because that's a summer flavor, and they had their fall flavors out. They had pumpkin pie and like toffee caramel something, but they did still have s'mores. So we got s'mores blizzards. Anyway, those are my books, and that's the start of the week. We will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. We had a very slow start to the morning. Willie went off to school, his first day of school, but Theo does not go today. Have I explained this already? He goes on Friday for his first day, as like a way to slowly start the process. It'll be nice for the kindergarten teacher. She has half the kids every other day, but don't mind me just changing a diaper. That means that all 3 kids are home with me today, and we had a very lazy start to the morning, but now we're heading off to do some errands. Yay! We want to go to the library. We have some books to return. We want to go get a special dinner ready for Daddy. He loves pizza, and so all of us, we're all gonna get pizza ingredients. Where's your boomerangs? I don't know. Are they in your bed, maybe? So we gotta go get pizza ingredients. Mabel has learned that she loves to wear headbands, so we're gonna get some headbands. And we also, whoa, grumpy monkey. We also have some clothes clothes to exchange at Walmart. My mom loves to buy clothes for my kids, but we got a little bit too big of a size for Theo, so we're gonna go check to see if they have a smaller size. You wanna show your boomerangs? Where are they? Are they downstairs? Theo and Mabel got their boomerangs. I don't know, I think you saw them. I don't know what has been happening on this video. I obviously need to edit as I go to remember what has happened. But we're gonna get everybody packed in the car. You're gonna say hi, Sylvia? Say good morning. Oh, yucky Barrett. Yucky Barrett. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. All right, we'll see you later. I have not parked inside of a garage in the last month and a half. Has it been that long? Probably. While Willie and the kids were playing on the playground, I cleared out my parking spot. Can you see it? It's not perfect. There's definitely still things that need to be put away, but I'm going to pull into the garage for the first time ever at this house, but for the first time for a long time because we weren't able to park in our garage while we were moving out of our old house. So let's do it. Wahoo, that's a car in a garage. Good job, Nate. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We are here in Theo and Mabel's room. The tree book. They are finding a bunch of new books because yesterday when I was going through the garage, I found, I think, 5 more boxes that were labeled, yes, I hear you, Mabel, that were labeled Theo and Mabel books. So I brought up 2 of the boxes, and some of them had some stuffies in them. They're very excited to see some old stuffies. Mabel's favorite, the Grinch. The Color Zoo book. So I'm gonna work on their bookshelf today and see if I can get all these books on the shelf. They also have some nice built-ins in there that host some of our too tall books for this shelf. Anyway, Barrett is walking on me. That's my day today. Someone must be touching me at all times today. Mom life. Okay, I'm gonna put these books on the shelf. It is now 11:15. We've had a good morning. We unpacked those books, and then we found some more books to be brought downstairs. I also just took a bunch of the boxes in from the garage that needed to go various places, unpacked some, just put some in the corner in other places, and that's gonna be good enough for now. I read a book to the kids, or a few books of their library haul that they got yesterday. I don't think I shared all those books with you, but they got a lot. They each get 20 books when we go to the library, which is a lot, but we keep them all in one place, and I keep track of them. That's what I do with my brain. Let's see, I also called the vet this morning because Barrett needs some more of her anxiety meds, and I needed to figure out how we go about getting that ordered for her now that we don't live at our old, or we don't go to our old vet, but we haven't found a new vet, and they're gonna allow us to like order it online or something. I don't know, I have to figure that out still. The kids are playing Spaceship now with Sylvia. She's in her exerciser thing, and the kids set up little seats next to her and are playing. You're in outer space, that's so cool, guys. I figured I should let you know how I'm doing with the bookity books. I am just on page 17. That's as much as I could read last night before falling asleep. And then I have been listening to The Bullet That Missed like crazy. Last night I was at chapter 53. I need to put that in Goodreads. I like to put by the day how far I am in a book. So I got to page 217 yesterday, which is about 2/3. But now I've been listening while I fold laundry, and I am at chapter 59, so a little bit further. These are short chapters. I love that about, usually I feel like thrillers and mysteries have short chapters. So I'm at 240 now, so a few pages, quite a few pages I've listened to this morning. Yeah, I'm, let's see, enjoying both of these. I have noticed that the writing is maybe not super great in The Housemaid. There are some funny ways that she phrases things, and she uses the word like in a sentence. Like, you know how I would say like that I was doing this, when people just throw in like in a sentence as kind of just like a filler, like I just did there. The author uses that in the sentences, which it's like you don't need to use that. You could just not write it at all. So that is a little interesting, but I'm very curious about what is going on. There's definitely little cliffhangers and foreshadowing that we need to that make the reader curious about what's going on and want to keep reading. And then this one is always just so fun. I love these books, and I'm anxious to try out the movie. The new movie just came out of the Thursday Murder Club, and I definitely want to watch it. I don't know if I want to watch it with Willie or if I want to maybe watch it with my parents. I don't know, because I turned them on to, yes, Theo really wants to watch Ice Age, but I turned my parents on to the Thursday Murder Club, and so it'd be fun to watch with them, and they're actually coming tomorrow to stay the night, so maybe we could watch it tomorrow night. I don't know. I'm making plans for people that maybe they don't want to do. So this is fun. This one's about a man who wants to hire Elizabeth to kill someone, and Elizabeth then takes that and does what she can with it. Elizabeth has been receiving these threatening notes by this person, and it's a little scary at first because you're like, what's going on with Elizabeth? Why is she being tracked like this? But it's so fun, and I've always loved Joyce's perspective. She writes in her diary, and I love her kind of stream of consciousness diary entries. They're so comical, and she's just like this funny old lady. So that one's going really well. Enjoying it a lot, and it's easy listening while I'm getting stuff done around the house. So the rest of today we have a pickup at Walmart. Even though I just went to Walmart yesterday, I realized we needed a new nipple for Sylvia's bottles. We were all going to go to visit my friend's new baby this weekend, but it's a 3-hour drive, and I don't want to put my kids through a drive like that again because Monday was rough. So we are gonna have Willie stay home with the kids, but that means Sylvia needs to eat from a bottle. And the last time she ate from a bottle, she did not have fun. And I think it was because we had the wrong flow size, or the wrong flow number for a bottle nipple. Anyway, this is too much talk about nipples. But I need to get new ones of those, and so I figured I'd just do a pickup, but then I needed ingredients for different meals that we had planned for the week. So I just ended up getting those at Walmart because it's easier than going to multiple places. I don't always love shopping at Walmart, but when that's what you got and it's convenient, that's what we do. So we've got that pickup to do at 2, or it gave me a range of time between 2 and 3. And then we're having chicken stir fry for dinner. And I don't think there's really anything on the docket for tonight besides I have to write more names on folders for Willie. Did I tell you I was his secretary last night? Well, I have to do it again. So more names on folders tonight. I have some filming I need to do. I have to film my Booklist Thursday video. I'm guest starring on Sarah's and Lindsay's Booklist Thursday 5-star predictions, or their next round of it at least. And I need to film that video. I have picked my 5-star predictions, which I am excited about. And then I'm also hoping to get back into bullet journaling today. I got my new journal out. I have a brand new A5 that I'm gonna start because I filled in my other A5 that is my normal everyday journal. But I have not touched a bullet journal, or at least my everyday bullet journal, since before the move. So like mid-July probably. It's been a long time, and I need to figure out what's gonna work for me in this new stage of life, being a stay-at-home mom. So I'm being called, so I will talk to you later. That was a long ramble, 7 minutes. Thanks for sticking with me.
Ruby, she was made for going west, did not protest my wandering ways. Ruby, she was pretty as they come, 28 years young and unafraid. She gave me shelter on the coldest night.
Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday night. Is it Wednesday? I can't remember. I was editing last week's vlog while I was sitting in the hallway while the kids fell asleep. And so now I feel like it's the day I was editing, which was Thursday, but it's Wednesday. I was just writing on some folders for Willie. We got that job done, and I figured I should tell you that today I finished The Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman. I really liked this one. The one thing I love about his mysteries is that it's not always just like a murder happens and then they have to try to solve it. There is something different about the mystery. It's not always a body found, and in this one it deals with like Elizabeth being what's that word, blackmailed, kind of, I guess, made to kill someone, held at ransom, kind of, I guess, but then there's also dead bodies, and there's different mysterious things happening, and I just love how it all weaves together. It's a good story, and Richard Osman is a great storyteller. So I finished this one, and this is the first book I finished in September, which means I need to mark something off on the Series September board, and I don't know what the prompts even are, so you'll see it here, maybe, if I'm good enough at editing, but I can't think of what the prompts are. Oofda. It's late, I need to go to bed. But because this was my audiobook, I need to pick a new audiobook, and my options are Braiding Sweetgrass or the next Louise Penny, the next in the Outlander series, or on Libby, I believe I have Beg, Borrow, or Steal, which is the third in the When in Rome series by Sarah Adams. So those are the options. Oh, I also did just get my hold for A Sea of Unbroken Things by Adrienne Young, but that's not in the series. So yeah, I'm gonna, oh my gosh. Look at what just came up. Can you see that? Can you see that? Ready to Borrow The Last Devil to Die. That's good luck. That is insane luck. My hold is ready after 12 weeks. I've been waiting for this book, and it just so happens that I finished this one today. Wow. I feel like it's a sign. Maybe I need to read that one next. I don't know. We'll figure it out tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna put this one on my finished shelf and head to bed. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I skipped vlogging yesterday. I just took the day off. I could have updated you, but it would have been like 9 p.m. and at that point it wasn't worth it to me. It was nice to take a day off, you know? That's all right. So yesterday my parents came and helped us get a few things done. Firstly, we got Mabel's preschool printed out and planned for the first couple of weeks. We're doing a Mommy and Me program, but also my mom is going to teach one day a week, so it'll be a Grandma and Mommy and Me program, which will be really fun. Yeah, and Mabel's really excited for it. And then we also hung some curtains. Oh, that's blinding. We hung some curtains in the dining room. I think they look really nice. We ordered some other things for the house, and they're coming today, so I'll get to show you that. But yeah, it was a good day. My parents stayed overnight because they have a funeral to go to in the area-ish, so they just decided to stay overnight. And this morning we packed up some boxes for my sister who is moving next week. And yeah, so it's good to have my parents here. This morning we sent Theo off to kindergarten. Oh, he was excited. He was a little nervous, I think, and I think I'm a little nervous for him too. I don't know. I just want him to have a good day, and I want him to make friends and know what he's doing, and I don't know. It's a big day. I'm really happy that he went to that Slide into Kindergarten program a few weeks ago, because he at least knows who his teacher is and knows the building. And yep, he knows Miss Carmen, Senorita Carmen. Have I told you that he's in a Spanish immersion program? So I'm nervous, like, how much he'll understand. They don't start full on in Spanish right away, but I want him to have a good day. I think that's what all moms hope for on their kids' first day of school. So he got sent off. Willie brought him, and normally you're just supposed to drop the kids off and they're supposed to walk in on their own, but Willie said he couldn't help himself. He walked in with him, and I guess he said goodbye and was all right, but then his lip quivered a little bit. No tears, but he was just a little sad. Theo's lip. Willie, I don't know if he cried. Probably not. So anyway, now that my parents have left for the morning and Theo and Willie are both at school, it's just the girls and me. And Mabel really wants a donut, and we happen to need milk. And we get milk at the same place that there's donuts at the Quick Trip. So I think we'll go get milk and go get a little donut for a mid-morning snack. It's only 9:30. Theo's school day starts at 7:30 in the morning, and then he's done at 1:50. That is a weird school day to me, but we'll get to go get him around 1:45 and see how his day went. Do you need help? Okay, I gotta help these kids. I gotta let the doggies out before we go to Quick Trip, and then we'll do other things with our day. I don't know what. Look what came in the mail today. Or not the mail, I guess it came from FedEx. But I am excited to be working with FlexiSpot for this video. They sent me a new chair for my library in exchange for an honest review. And we're gonna set it up today. It is kind of a cool chair. I don't know, I'm excited to give it a try and we'll see if we like it or not. So there's 2 boxes. This is the first, that's the second. Mabel's gonna help me unbox it. Yeah, let's do it. Look at that burnt orange color. I kind of love it. This must be the foot recliner thing. Okay, so that was kind of all the like auxiliary, I can't speak, pieces, and now I assume the other box is the actual chair parts. Thanks, buddy.
Sometimes all these things slow me down, like the concrete that's been sticking to the bottom of my shoes.
Okay, Sylvia's crying, so we're gonna have to come back to this project in a little bit. Now I need to look at the instructions and see how we put this all together, because clearly this is not a chair. So, let's see.
In my pocket, it reminds me of the ways I am hungry, and always running for an open door. But on the highway, heavy-hearted, humming just to hear a sound. Loneliness, it lingers through unfamiliar towns, all of them stunning, and none of them home.
All right, so we have a chair. It rocks and swivels, and where's the recliner? Reclines. Looks really nice. And now I need to decide where I'm gonna put the blue chair, because I think I want to try this in here for a while as my reading chair. It has a pocket right here. Did you see that open? That's so cool. So you can put books or, I don't know, your phone in there. The only thing I couldn't figure out while I was putting it together is where to Velcro the footrest into the chair. But otherwise, it's really nice and comfy. If you're interested in trying out this really nice recliner, I will have a link in my description box down below. It will be perfect, says Mabel. Yeah, but I'm liking it so far. There it is, and actually the blanket I had on the blue chair goes way better with this orange chair. And I think the orange goes pretty well with the rug too. So, what do you think? Mabel, what do you think? Good. Hey everyone, I just got done filming my August wrap up. I'm in my office area and I don't know if you can tell, but it maybe sounds a little bit more echoey. I don't know. I'm using my camera. This is all to say that we had to wash the rug in here. I had been in here with my mom yesterday and then today putting together my new chair, and it smelled just like weird in here. I thought it maybe smelled like pee. I thought, is there like a diaper in here or what's going on? But then eventually I realized, I think one of our dogs peed on my rug. I like narrowed it down to the spot that it was at, and it was completely dry, so it had been there for a while, which is disgusting and shows that I really haven't spent much time in this room lately. But luckily the rug is washable, so we just picked it up, threw it in the washing machine and now it is drying, but it feels weird to not have anything on this floor. It feels very cold and yeah, I want it back. Then we just kind of hung out the rest of the evening. Oh, Willie's dad showed up. He is a salesman. He sells seed, corn and soybean seed. And so he was traveling to some various farmers that he sells seed to, and he was in our area. So he stopped by, dropped off some things we forgot at the cabin, and brought us some sweet corn. And then we just had a good evening, ate some leftovers for dinner, and got the kids to bed. And that's pretty much it. I filmed this video, and I told myself if I filmed the video, I could have ice cream, because I just wasn't in the mood to film the wrap-up. Wrap-ups are hard for me, and it just is the way it is. Now my battery's flashing, so I'm gonna go. I should film another video, but I think I'm gonna save it for another day. I want to do an updated series audit because it's series September. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So, okay, I'm gonna go get ice cream, and we'll see you tomorrow.
What's this condition? Some conviction, it's hard to tell.
Hello everyone, happy Saturday. I am in the car. I just spent the last 2.5 hours driving to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, because I am visiting my best friend Alexa's new baby, Arlo. Well, I'm visiting Alexa and Jonathan too, but I am mostly here to meet Arlo and, of course, see how Alexa's doing as a new mom. I believe he's almost a month old. He was born on the 10th of August, so really close to being a whole month old, and I'm so sad that I haven't met him until now, but I'm happy that we could make today work. We were trying to decide if the kids should come with or if it should just be me, and we did decide that Willie would stay home with the kids and I would come by myself, because it would be like 5 hours in the car for the kids. And after last weekend at the cabin, or on the way to and from the cabin, I decided that we can't do another long car ride. So, sorry, I'm using my phone because I accidentally left my camera on the counter. I was gonna bring it, but I didn't. It wasn't necessary, I guess, for me to have, but it's a little annoying to film with my phone. I am picking up Mancino's grinders and pizza for lunch for them and for me, and I'm gonna head over to their house and we'll eat, and hopefully I'll get some good baby cuddles. I did want to tell you that I was listening to Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams this morning. I started it yesterday, and yesterday I got to like a quarter of the way through, and I was gonna tell you about it, and then last night my camera battery was dying. So now I'm like 50%, and I'm actually really enjoying this. I loved When in Rome. I read it physically. Then I did not like Practice Makes Perfect, and I listened to it. And so I thought I should probably read Beg, Borrow, and Steal physically, but I got the audiobook, and I think it was the specific narrator of Practice Makes Perfect that I didn't like, because now I like Beg, Borrow, or Steal. I think they're different narrators, I would assume, because they're following different sisters, and so I think they would want to get different voices to narrate the different sisters. This one is about why can't I think of her name? Emily, I think. And she is a teacher in Rome, and it's summer vacation. She enjoys her summer vacation immensely, but she is also struggling with feelings of loneliness and anxiety on being alone, and so that's really interesting to dive into. She is trying to write a book, and that's kind of fun to follow along because it's a Scottish Highland romance, and I love Outlander, so it feels kind of like that. And then the male that we're following is Jack. He is also a teacher in Rome and kind of her nemesis. They went to school together and always fought over like getting certain internships and teaching positions, and he was supposed to move because he was going to get married this summer, or the summer that it is in the book, and then the wedding got called off kind of suddenly, and he decided to stay in Rome. He bought a house, happens to be right next to Emily, and they kind of start their relationship with this like nemesis banter, and I really enjoy it. He is a secret author. He has a pen name that he writes under, and nobody knows that he writes these really famous mystery books. So he's kind of helping Emily without her knowing that he is a published author, a really well-known published author. So that's been really fun. I like the bookish stuff and the writing stuff. And just now, some interesting things are happening with how he is helping her write her more steamy scenes in the Scottish Highland romance. He's helping her out, if you know what I mean. So that's where I'm at with Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I am going to head into Mancino's to get our food because it's ready. And then I get to go meet baby boy. I'll talk to you later.
Call it affliction or addiction, some call it hell. You said there's something worth having beyond this place, and I believed you, guess I still do, so I drift away. With whiskey and weed and the secrets I keep to help me forget who I am. Needles in veins and cigarettes.
Howdy, howdy. I am back home. It was a great day in Eau Claire. It was lovely to cuddle with Arlo and just chat with Alexa, see how she's doing. And after I left her house, I just went on a little date by myself to get ice cream and go book shopping. I did get a couple books. I got Not Another Love Story by Julie Soto. I have Forget Me Not by her, and I couldn't pass up the $5.97 price. And then I went a little rogue and got something that I've heard about. How many pages is this thing? Holy moly, 600 Bible thin pages. I've heard a lot about this one, and I really want to give it a try. And so I just went ahead and bought it. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. It was only 15 bucks. I was like... So, yeah, I went ahead and bought these two, and I got some Cold Stone. And now that I'm home, it was great to see the kids after a day away from them. They're just like, oh, Mommy, I missed you. I love you. And Sylvia was so happy to see me, and she just wanted to eat right away, basically. But she did eat from a bottle. We were a little nervous about that, that she wasn't going to eat, but she did. So that's good. Not as much probably as she would have if I would have been here, but she did eat. Kids had a movie night tonight. They watched Lightyear. I think that's what it's called, the Buzz Lightyear movie. And then we put them to bed. Read stories. Mabel has been really big into reading Bible stories lately, so we read from her Spark Story Bible, and that's always fun. She's like so into the stories in the Bible, and I love it. And I told her we're going to church tomorrow morning, so I wonder what Bible story we'll hear tomorrow, and it's just very sweet. Reading wise, I finished Beg, Borrow, or Steal. Really liked this one. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I felt like this one was much better than Practice Makes Perfect, and I don't know why I feel that way. But I think it really just comes down to the audiobook narrator and how in Practice Makes Perfect I thought she sounded whiny and annoying, and then it's a different audiobook narrator and it just like completely transformed it. I don't know what is going on with my hair. Anyway, really liked it. Loved the romance between Jack and Emily, and how it was kind of like this brooding relationship all the way from college when they got off on the wrong foot. He flirted with her when she just gotten off of a bad breakup and took out all of her breakup woes on him. What? is my hair. Sorry. And yeah, so I really loved that one. Gave it 4 stars. I haven't updated you for a while in The Housemaid, but I'm on page 92 in this, about there. I don't know, is that like a third-ish? And this is like compulsively readable, but the writing is not good. I was explaining it to my parents the other day. She talks like a human being would talk. Or she writes like a human being would talk. You know how sometimes human beings put like in a sentence when they shouldn't be there as just kind of like a space filler? She writes that in. That's one I really noticed. Or there are just some other things that it's just really not well written. But I think people glom onto it because it's how they speak. And so they read it and it's just natural for them and they love it. And I think the mystery is gonna be really creepy and weird. This is about a woman named Nina who hires a maid to live in with them. And that is, what's her name? Millie. There it is, Millie. So Nina hires Millie to be a live-in maid and then also take care of her daughter sometimes. And she lives in this like creepy attic. It has a lock on the outside of the door so she could be locked into the attic. The prologue, I believe it's the prologue, somebody is dead, I think, in the attic. And it starts like, if I leave this house, it will be in handcuffs. We don't know whose perspective it is, and it's, yeah, it's creepy. It's got some good cliffhangers at the end of chapters. It definitely is intriguing, and it reads really quickly. I lay down before bed and read like 50 pages, but only in like 20 minutes. I feel like it's just like really fast. Now I have to decide my next audiobook. I don't know what it's gonna be. What do the Libby gods tell me? Because they're in charge of everything. Whatever book goes away from my Libby app next is basically the next audiobook. Let's see, looks like I've got 10 days left on Braiding Sweetgrass. So we're gonna go nonfiction, which is a little scary, but that's okay. I'm gonna sit here. I just ate a little bit of dinner because I wasn't hungry when I came home because I had Cold Stone ice cream. So I just ate a quick bowl of cereal here, very healthy, yeah, whatever. And I'm gonna update my bullet journal a little bit, see what Willie wants to do once he comes out from sitting in the hallway with the kids. We have not been doing well on that goal of getting the kids to fall asleep on their own, but yeah. That's the day. We've got church tomorrow and I don't think much else tomorrow, so probably just hanging around the house, tidying up, and if it's nice enough, maybe get some outside time. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Theo? And what's that? A ninja buzzer. Cool. Hello, happy Sunday. We have had a pretty eventful day so far. We woke up and went to church. We tried a different church this morning than we went to a couple weeks ago, and we think we like this one better. Granted, it was Rally Sunday, which in the church world is like the beginning of the children's programming, like the education year. And so they were kind of pulling out all the stops, but it still felt really great. There was a playground for the kids in the sanctuary. So there was like this rug that like had streets on it so you could push cars, but then there was also just a bunch of soft play items and books, and it just felt very inclusive for young families with kids. And then at the sermon time, they took the kids out to do some bells. They have a group called the Kingdom Ringers, and it's just those little colorful bells, but it's fun for them. And Mabel wanted to go right away. She was like, yeah, let's do it. And Theo was skeptical, so a different mom just took Mabel and she went, and then Theo went a little bit later but joined the group, and they did bells and circle time and some stories. They must have read a Bible story or two, but that's how Sunday school will be from now on. They'll leave at the sermon time and then come back at peace, like when we share peace with everybody in the congregation. Anyway, we came home, had pancakes, then we decided to go to the playground. I think you saw some footage of that. They have a fun obstacle course that Theo thinks is like Ninja Warrior, of course, so that's super fun. Now we're outside at our swing set. We didn't really want to leave the park yet, but Sylvia had filled her pants and needed a diaper change. So we came back, changed her diaper, and now we're outside. It's lovely outside. It's 62 degrees, it's cloudy, which is my kind of weather. I can sit out here and hang out and not be too hot. I brought my book out, so I'm hoping I can do some reading. I'm at page 108, and I don't know, it's just, I mean, there's not much to say other than like, there's this eerie sense that something is up with this Nina character, the owner of the house. She like has two different personalities, and it's very odd. And Millie is trying to figure out how to appease her so that she can keep this job. But something's off. It's a little fishy. So I'm gonna read here, hopefully, while the kids are swinging and Sylvia's in her little play gym thing. And yeah, that's the plan. Good evening, everybody. I just got off of my book club Google Meets with my patrons. We discussed I Who Have Never Known Men, and it was a good discussion. We all had varying thoughts on this book. I loved it, gave it 5 stars, but there was only one other in the group that loved it like me, and then we had a 4-star, a 3-star, and a 2-star. So it was fun to discuss with all of them when we had such differing views on the book. Now, I'm gonna go get ready for bed. It's Sunday night. I don't really have the Sunday scaries because Theo doesn't go to school tomorrow again. It's his like half day for a couple of days, or half of the students go for a few days. That makes no sense. Come on, Becca, brain work. Theodore's class is split up into half, and his half goes 2 days in the first week of school. I don't know. It works. It works because it gets them used to starting school and getting into the routines of kindergarten and everything. So he went on Friday. He doesn't go tomorrow, but he goes again on Tuesday. And then everybody goes together. The two halves combine into one, and they all go on Wednesday. So no Sunday scaries because the kids and I are just hanging out tomorrow. I'm just going to go get ready for bed because I think Willie already got ready for bed. He's got to go to school tomorrow. And that's the end of the week. We did it, folks. We completed 2 books this week. The Thursday Murder Club book, The Bullet That Missed, and Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I haven't started an audiobook yet. I haven't had any audio listening time today. But I did get to read a little bit of The Housemaid earlier when we were hanging out outside. And I'm going to read before bed. So that's a wrap on the week. Thank you for coming along with me. I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.